Ah, yes, the most unexpected of hours. We do a bit of a surprise stream because we can. Well, mostly because I have roughly an hour to waste anyway, so I kinda decided that, let's waste our time most efficiently by playing a game that is well known for wasting your time. Haven't done this in a while. So, let's get right into it, shall we? Yeah. I would like to say so, but then again, the game has decided that, fuck you is the way of the hour by not finishing loading. I need some nice background music, because as nice as the music is, I have feared the music of WoW, and especially the area I'll be going in like a million fucking times already. I would like to, so I need to redo my one button thing. And because people are simple creatures. They like to make it easy for themselves. There's actually a category for that now, isn't there? Come on. YouTube, be nice to me. Well, I was thinking about it. Actually, I wasn't actually planning to fucking stream this hour also I have in time, but I was just like, fuck it. Fuck it indeed, and go like, nope. Oh, hello there, little strategy bomber. Indeed, it is a very early stream, because I have like an hour to waste, and I was gonna play a bit of WoW anyway. Classic to be precise, because look at those very classical graphics. To see that the world hasn't changed at all is kinda neato, isn't it? Now you can join me while I ramble about the nonsense that we have to do today while listening to some... I think it's a piano arrangement of Nier, because, well, Nier music is just that great that you can fucking listen to it all the bloody time. Isn't that nice? How about you, little strategy member? Having a good Sunday so far? What am I actually going to do? I want to go questing and I want to go fishing. An hour to reach. You said when the first one of these is gone and they still didn't do shit. Yeah, but they clearly stated that as long as I don't have it active, it's not going to waste any of my actual playtime if I have any. Because that is not how that would work. I would have to actually actively have to use that on my account and have it counting down in order to actually pass time. And I will actually nail them on that, because I have that in fucking writing in one of the emails, so if they actually go back on that, I'm going to fucking horrible things to their rear end. Probably with a hammer. Yeah, you wonder how much work that can be. I wonder too, actually. Because, you would assume that it's just as simple as going like, okay, yeah, I can see that he got some playtime there, I don't know why it's not activated. Let me just activate that on his account and be done with it. But no. As much as I hate Blizzard nowadays, one thing I will say, actually, I never had problems with the payment and the playtime in WoW, at least. Saying something. On the other hand, the sheer amount of actually character quests you have in fucking Soto is just amazingly better. I mean, in WoW they tried doing that with the Death Knights. They introduced it and go like, well, look at that, we now have hero classes, they get cool shit and stuff, and then they never fucking worked with that again. Indeed. Because while it's not as legally binding as something that I get via post, and that has any signatures on it, because, most actually arrangements like this are actually counting even without your signage below it. This is what people tend to forget. And then they're like, I never said that. No, you did. I have it here in open writing. We can get quite far with that if we need to be. The problem is honesty, and that's my main problem, is that I really don't have the time to go into this full time, otherwise I would be fucking nagging the shit out of them every single day of the week. But take for example today, in an hour or so, when my partner calls, we're gonna have to go to the fucking store and we have to take care of all of the print media we have. That's far more than fucking 100 titles, put it mildly, and it's gonna take all fucking day. I already talked to the Cronus, so he's aware when I'll be home and we can play. And, well, since I haven't gotten his message yet, I just gonna play some fucking classic WoW. Because, well, fun times. Fun times indeed. Oh, leveling in classic is such a pain in the ass too. Very much different than it was later. Now for one, I will actually have to arrange my sound a bit differently. Let's just music. Because I really... It's not that I dislike the music of this area, interestingly enough. It's just that I've heard it so fucking bloody often that I've reached the point where it's like, I don't want to hear this again. Not for a long time. So you might be wondering, why the literal fuck another undead that starts at fucking Eastern Kingdoms and fucking Tirisfal, doing in, well, Durotar on his way into the fucking Barrens? You see, there's a reason to this madness. Mainly, leveling in the Eastern Kingdom as an undead is a royal pain in the ass. To put it nicely, you see, you start out in Defnel, part of Tirisfal, which is technically part of the Kingdom of Lordaeron. And that's all nice and dandy. You level to Tirisfal, you feel kinda happy about yourself, you know. You might die a few times on your way there to finish up the area, but it's classic, what were you expecting? Then comes Silverpine Forest. Starting off in Silverpine Forest is actually not that bad, but around level 14 you get... that's not that one. Stuff like this. A recipe for that. Arrogal's Folly, the last part. Now these require you to kill elite mobs, and doing that on your own, in Classic WoW, as long as you aren't massively overleveled, you know, you're not gonna do that, let me put it like that. Really not. Now there are some other things we could do, but I could feel it slow it down, and I remember that, oh, much as I hate to say it, well, the Barrens are a wide area. They do have a nice amount of fucking quests going on. Also, you might be hearing some nonsense machinery-wise in the background. That's my neighbor doing some very loud laundry. Oh, do excuse that. It'd be gone by this fucking evening. Ah. Yeah, I can actually resist, you know, now that I have the option of playing actually classic and indulging my nostalgia to that degree. I'll give you an example as that one mine in Silverpine Forest, yeah? Elum mine or whatever the fuck, where all the walks are inside.
What do you need?
I'm not gonna say that I enjoyed it. But mildly, because I died like 10 times just to get inside that mine and then go outside again. Then once you're finished, you go back and say like, did you remember there being a named NPC monster inside the mine? I was like, yeah, I remember that. Now go in there and kill it, please. So I had to go back into that mine again and kill it. Ah, it's not that loud. Good. Very good. It's really loud for me, so... And, that the microphone would be smart enough to just not pick up that much of it, but, you know, better safe than sorry. What was I about to say? Oh, yeah. So yeah, at some point you reach the point where you really have to change area, otherwise you're gonna get stuck there for an eternity. Now, I do remember reading some very old guides during the day that all, without exception, pointed towards the Barrens, because the Barrens is actually a very good area level-wise, leveling-wise in this particular case. You kinda end up here. Now just to put this into perspective, I'm level 15, that takes some time to actually get there. Actually, is there still a command like that? Not like that. Add some help on the... Oh, damn it. Help! God damn it, I actually have to fucking look this up. Wow. Beauty. Play. Time. Oh. Ah, yeah, that's the one. I'm just played this level. This level? I have a distinct feeling it's a bit more than 1 hour and 7 minutes. Because it takes a lot longer to get to level 50 like that. But oh well. Let's just say with some nice little help, because, you know, I wanted to get a decent profession going. Basically, it's a bit of a nostalgia trip in that I basically try to recreate one of my first characters that would actually then be my main for pretty much the whole of fucking WoW until bloody Battle for Azeroth, basically. Nice little undead warlock. Of course, I'm not expecting that we'll actually, even if we get to level 60, let's say we do. I don't think we're gonna see much original Classic endgame content, because, well, the servers of Classic are empty to a fucking high degree. I mean, I get it, there are some more interesting options nowadays. You know, once you play a bit of Classic WoW, you realize immediately just how nice fucking modern WoW can be, just from ease of life things. But, you know, I'm not really blaming people for going like, you know, maybe potentially you would like to indulge that a bit more. Because everything is a pain here. Including the fact that we'll be on foot for another 25 levels or so, because you get riding at level 40. On the bright side though, you get, as the Warlock, you get your mount for free. Which was a huge thing back then, because I think the mount costed like, I don't even remember, 100 gold or so. I'm level 15 and I have barely a gold. I'm not even learning all the skills, because I do remember roughly which skills are kinda more PvP based, and I'm not planning on doing that anyway. Like, yeah, it's just some generally useless stuff, like Curse of Weakness. Never really used it. I'm not gonna pay for that. Or Health Funnel, which is basically a spell, a channeling spell that gives your pet your health. Which is like, I'm not gonna do this now, am I? Also now, I remembered how to do macros. It's like, yay, I have a one button spell now. Basically, what this thing does is just it costs this, this, and this, then it attacks. Now, technically speaking, I'm high enough level that I should get my hands on a wand, do some shooty with my magic wand, but it's surprisingly difficult to find one. Oops. Now then, first and foremost, we are on script. Let me quickly open up my thing.
Go with honor.
Can I actually, do I have this open at some tab? I don't think I have. No, because I remember that this is where we start out, basically. Well, of course, you know, just Classic is, that's nice and dandy, but I kinda would like to make it a bit easier myself. So I do have a few ease of life things, like for example, I can see the vendor cost of my items, because, you know, I have a very limited backspace. And I do have a little quest helper to help me along, because, oh boy. Some of the things, I'm gonna be very honest with you here, some of them things are really not fun to work your way through. My first long cape! Look at that, I look like a fucking decent German, although my spine is kinda going through it. But that's what it means to be an undead. Your spine and your bones will always be fucking everywhere in the way. You get used to it, let's just say. Goodbye. First things first, I think most of these quests are what you kinda are aiming for. Yeah, obviously you're aiming for. Also, I do apologize beforehand. It could be that I have to relatively quickly have to end it when I get the message that I'm supposed to be getting my ass in moving. And on return, there's a supply crates, supplies for the process. Do I want to do this though? I don't necessarily remember this quest.
For the Horde.
Let's not do that for the moment. I mean, most of the quests are kinda like, okay, what am I doing then? It's a lot about efficiency, basically. To put it mildly. I can be a lot more efficient even, still. But generally speaking, you kinda wanna avoid time-wasting quests, because leveling up already takes fucking long, so if you are careful, it's gonna take you even fucking longer. But you know, kind of pain in the ass. Seriously, my nose is fucking itchy. He's first. Yeah, that was
Go for.
good far out of the way, if memory serves. Surprising how much I actually remember. I read the name and I go like,
expecting you.
this one we can probably do on the way. Leads to another quest hub, I think. Oh yeah, look at it. My little quest thing, she tells me what level those quests are. Level 20. I'm 15. Well, fuck you, game. That ain't something I can just, swallow. Because, you know, it's actually a very good warning nowadays. It's not like before where it actually told you, like, and you could take it as a rough estimation, basically. No. No, 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 no. Others a bit more. And now then, where is... I'm blind. Where's the fucking... It's... I was about to say, where's the fucking innkeeper?
Well met.
Very important thing. Like to see you.
Winds be at your back.
Yeah, look at that. Semi-potential good explorer. Ragefire. Yeah, I'm level 15, of course, it's only fucking Ragefire. Okay, we have ourselves some quests, and as you can see, the game is like, now let me tell you about quests, shall we? Because, you know, why not? Okay, so first things first, we're probably gonna claim... Why is my fucking imp always disappearing? Oh yeah, classic, I forgot. Summoning that imp. I mean, I do kinda like it though. Makes me feel well warm and fuzzy inside. Oh, to be fair, this is the legendary Barons. Which means usually this general chat should be full of, how to put this mildly, somewhere between your mother and Chuck Norris jokes, but well, I guess those times have been kinda gone. And servers are kinda emptied out. Has its disadvantages because, well, you know, doing some higher level content is probably gonna be difficult. But on the right side of things, I'm gonna play of the... I kinda started. That's why hello there. Little Reese now. I kinda started a new character, and then I realized that, you know, I kinda felt they should actually play up the whole way again, starting from classic. So, in the long run, yes, that's probably gonna take me a while. You kinda forget how long it takes to actually level up in classic to, you know, the job. But somebody will get there. You'll probably miss a bit of the beginning phase, and oh well, so be it. But I am thinking of, you know, making use of that fucking, what was it? That Death Knight we created. In order to, you know, may enhance the process and actually play rough and classic at the same time. Maybe. I'm thinking of it, let's just say. Sure, welcome. We found an interesting place on this Sunday, I must admit.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Oops, not too much. I need to change this. I need to actually make a nice little attack button that doesn't stop when I click it again.
That's still recharging.
Yes. The first thing I remember when I started this up was like, yes, how I'm going to make this more easy for myself. Let's make one button for all of my standard attacks. Because I think leveling as a warlock mostly consists of cursing things, sometimes fearing them, then going on of your merry way. Which is very easily to bind into one single button that you then just press it 4 times. Oh well, technically speaking I could put the life drain in there, but... maybe some other time. Pretty sure I should still work in the fucking attack a bit differently. Maybe. Really would like to get a wand though, and actually use some fucking magic. Not have to fucking run after these fucking guns. Also skinning. And for the whole family.
That spell isn't ready yet.
I mean, technically speaking, I could also do such cool things, you know, actually ordering my little fucking imp to attack with me, make it a bit faster. I mean, these creatures are not really high level enough to warrant it, I feel. Let's bring back good memories, though. You spent, however, an asshole-ish long amount of time in the fucking Barrens. For multiple reasons. One of them being the fact that the Barrens are just huge. Very huge. Main of the fucking area. Which does make it a pretty damn ideal place to level, though. That's kinda the point. I think most characters that were trying to level decently, especially if it's your second character, so would find themselves in the Barrens sooner or later. Part of the reasons why the Barrens shit was always so bloody fucking full of shit. And of course, you know, this ain't your first character, and you actually, you know, take your leisure. You end up seeing a lot of, well, more or less interesting humor. I mean, you know. After the 20th time hearing another Chuck Norris joke is not really going to do much for you, but that's a thing. You just have to kinda accept it. To some degree. I hate the Barrens. Pretty much everybody hated being in the Barrens. It's just that it was efficient to go through. But man, nobody loved the Barrens. What do you think the chat was so fucking full of shit? They needed to distract themselves from the sheer fucking nonsense. I'm pretty sure this is one of the areas that too really changed with Cataclysm, didn't it?
That's still charging.
I never really found a consensus on Cataclysm. Exam here. Oh, there, little William. On one hand, really cool idea to change all of the well-known old areas into something a bit more modern. Also, you know, that is basically the requirement for actually flying in fucking classic areas. I get it. But sometimes, you know, just sometimes you kinda wish it to not be the case. Rather relaxing though, isn't it? It's actually something I thought in the past too, when I played this. Playing WoW, even if you just do something, you know, menial, like sitting down to do some fucking fishing or something, it's nice and relaxing actually. It's true. I mean, I could actually make this a lot faster by, you know, flying all of my divas and then running to the next, maybe even fearing something, but meh. I'm gonna take it slow because, you know, I still have a full fucking day of sorting fucking print media in front of me, which is fun and dandy, so I'd rather not annoy myself before that by trying to be a fucking tryhard. Because, you know, my days of being a fucking tryhard at WoW is long since gone. The last time I tried really hard was fucking... I wanna say rough, and it's pretty much assuredly rough. Wrath of the Beach King. Good times. You know what? Let's heal. Now, what to think about it, Warlock's actually one of the more relaxed classes. Basically, you do your little dot things. And, well, I mean, technically speaking, I think high into the 30s or something. Main attack after that is basically just using your fucking wand to pew magic in after your enemies. Now, in combination with fear, you can basically then fight 2 mobs, and by the time the first mob dies, you can already take the third one. Very nice spiral, because you know, with life tap you can actually restore your mana, while you can use your little life drain in order to get more health. We do have a lot less downtime than some other classes. Comparatively speaking, that is. Which is all a lot of things that I didn't know when I started playing a fucking Warlock the first time. Basically, I started playing a Warlock out of sheer frustration. You know, I started playing... let me recount that story again, why don't I? You see, I started playing WoW, and then will be... a bit after Vanilla launched. Was one of the first ones in the game, but I wasn't that far behind either. And, you know, back then, suddenly, wow, like the fucking plague, spread to everyone. So a lot of people at my school back then also kind of interested and started playing. So played, you know. Played Alliance. Wanted to do the fucking death mines in fucking Westfall, but no healer. So a lot of debate was held, you know. Like, but I was like, fine, fuck it, I'm gonna do that. Why not? So I went through the horrible experience of actually playing a fucking priest. Up to level, I don't even know what else, it's 18 or so. And forever. And we did a few runs of the mines, it was fun, dandy, and then a lot of these guns stopped playing, because, you know, like it is so often for them, it was just another fad that came and went, and so I was kind of sitting there like, I'm not going to fucking play a priest any longer. It's a pain. Leveling it is a pain, I don't want to do it. And so out of sheer frustration, I was like, well, fuck this shit, I'm gonna start anew. So, you know, change the server, change the faction, because fuck that. Went to the horde and then, well, looking at the options, I was like, I'm gonna be an orc now, will I? No, probably not. Changed into an undead. And then I was pretty much planning on playing, well, quote-unquote solo. Anyway, figured that being a pet class would probably not be a bad idea. I played around with both options, the hunter and the warlock, and I was like, okay, that's neato. The warlock was kind of more cute. I mean, it has demons and all. What can I say? Felt just edgy enough, let's say. Well, so the story goes all the way into the bloody fucking future, I can tell you that much. Good times though. Good times indeed. Quite enjoyable. And then came the Burning Crusade. That was good time. And then Loss of the Lich King. I think this was actually the only time where I actually had the opportunity to enjoy more than one raid, because I was a bit late to the party basically. And we did that. I think we can actually go up here and do another one. Yeah, that's the Thornhill. That's where those little cunts are, isn't it? Yep.
I need to get closer.
Ah, one button spell casting. Because you know, nothing better than making it easy for yourself. That's how it's supposed to be.
That's still recharging.
The good thing about this particular spell setup is that I changed the target, it resets the spell cast. Meaning that it starts anew. I am really surprised by the simple fact that my mind was actually capable of remembering that and going like, yes. Can I skin you? Apparently not. What's happening?
I can't cast that.
Let's see, taking the talents to make corruption into a instant cast spell. Because you know, the whole fucking talent. Jesus. The moment I, you know, dinged for level 10, I was like, yeah, that shit. Tasty. Never seen that in that particular form in a while. Good times. Now this, mind you, very relaxing. Compare this to the fucking hell that is fucking Silverpine Forest at the moment, when you have to go to the mine and kill those fucking Worgen creatures. This is pleasant. In fact, it's mostly pleasant because, well, these cards are level 10, which also means I'm not getting full experience. And I stayed into the Silverpine Forest a bit too long, honestly. Which means that I have unnecessarily burdened myself, basically. I could have avoided that. But I do like the area. That's actually an interesting thing. I like the area. I also do like that the undead at this point in time are actually not doing much building. technically speaking. Not much becoming their own people, basically. They live in the graves and in the ruined houses of, well, what they had before. Because now, technically speaking, most of those are former population of Lordaeron. But apart from, well, technically speaking, Undercity, but Undercity is basically just an extension on the sewer system under Lordaeron's palace. So, you know, it's not like they have built all that much, mind you. When you think about it. More like taking it over and expanded it. Which says a lot about the mindset. I think it actually takes a while until... I wanna say... I mean, the most obvious step would be, you know, doing Catechism, but I wanna say rough when they started setting up actually their own little architecture sometimes in places in Lordaeron. Like having some actually camps there and stuff. You know, with their own symbolism and nonsense on the buildings. All of the good shit. Nice axe. Agility, eh? Can hear a hunter screaming from a mile away, go like, neat. Because hunters fucking needed every bloody single weapon in existence and not in existence. Also warriors. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, that warriors could use two-handed weapons at some point. It's like, quite greedy of you, isn't it? No, I'm not greedy. I have needs. Good times. The endless debates about loot. I think that will never, ever end. Good times. Very good times, I'd say. Some amazing stories you could have seen back then. And not necessarily just mean, you know, bad stories, mind you. Over here, little bitch. Some nice stories too. It's not like everybody was an asshole, you know? Luckily enough. Otherwise I probably would have stopped playing a fucking long time ago. So look at that, thanks to my talent, this spell is now mana neutral. Yay! I'm not losing. Because I get the precise amount of mana that I sacrifice my health for. And if I take one more level in this cylinder, I actually make a plus. It's the sort of short process you had back then. You were like, yeah, this seems useful. Also, you know, for every purposes, who the fuck would ever take anything apart from affliction? Technically speaking, I can do this. And then I can just take off the next one. Because he will most definitively die of that. See? Problem with this tactic of using fear and dots is the simple fact that I now have to fucking look where his fucking body is. And you know, they can go far. I mean, technically speaking, the more annoying precedent is actually the fact that they run into other mobs and pull them. That's not really a problem if you're actually a bit above level, like we have a situation here where I can probably deal with like maybe 2 or 3 of them. If I had to, absolutely. But there are other situations. I need more mana. I'll write you up. I can give you more mana. Because we can actually afford this. Look at us. Yep. The technology. I wanted to crawl into my bag, eh? That's not very nice of you. Not to be fair, you know, 29 mana is still not much. Still need to look up if I find the fucking option to actually display fucking numbers again for that. It does get me kinda annoyed. Give me your health. More health. Then we just sit down and relax. be fair though, yeah, it's still quite a bit of a time waster when you think about it. I mean, games are in general considerably obvious time waster. MMOs in particular, the amount of time it takes you to actually fucking get to what supposedly well, should be the heart of the content, the end game content, already takes fucking forever. Chemp's empty keg. Are you telling me there's something there that I haven't seen? I mean, to be fair, it's not like I remember every single last fucking quest that has ever been in existence, you know. I'm not that sort of crazy. As much as I would admit, and I most definitely spend a lot more time than is strictly fucking necessary. Shit. I was too slow. On the good old wall. Which reminds me, actually. Have they changed the numbers you get reputation-wise? Because if not, the Timbermore would be a thing again. Oh, for fuck's sake, not that again. I'm willing to take a lot of punishment, yes, but fuck's sake, not that again, please. In case you don't know, the Timbermane are the tribe of Whirlbooks that you can gain reputation with, and, well... I know one's fucking surprise farming reputation way back when was, a pleasant experience, yes, let's say that. Okay, we've done this. How does it look quest-wise? Raptor heads. Pretty sure we can collect a few more on the way over, because I think there's also, yeah, forgotten pools over there. We're just gonna sneak back a bit. Sneakily peekily. I've picked up the keg at this point. I'm an idiot. To be fair, I do help myself a bit by using this. How does it look with mandatory? Yeah, that's it. No, but screwed. We're not even going to make a stop in fucking Crossroads. We're immediately going to go over to the fucking woods. Not a bad idea if you ask me. Fuck you, animal! I don't care. Mostly because I don't have to be fair. Actually surprised that I still haven't gotten the message. I mean, I was kind of thinking like it would take maybe an hour for him to drive over to the wholesaler and get the scanner thing we need for that particular task, but I'm kind of surprised. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against sitting around and playing Classic more for a bit. Gives me a good feeling. Hello, you know, and if you have been in the Barrens at least once or twice in your life, you might want to consider playing some other music in the background, just to have a fresh. Actually, I was wondering what that sound effect was, but it's basically somebody mixing some rain in there, isn't it? I was going to say, these are very bad quality. Oh, somebody specifically mixed it in. Never really understood that particular obsession with fucking mixing rain into fucking everything, but meh. Let them be, I guess. Let them be, if they want to be. Up to up. Now, of course, we're supposed to be getting raptor heads, but one of the most famous quests I remember for collecting items in Silver Pine Forest. We are supposed to be collecting discolored grizzly hearts. Reserves? Precisely 6 of them. Now, you'd be very surprised to learn just how The fuck? Many fucking grizzlies do not have a heart, discolored or otherwise. Which makes that quest very, 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 very annoying. That's not the only offender in this particular category. The drop rates were interesting sometimes. There's also one in the what's the area called? Fuck's sake, I have a fucking map for that, so I don't need to remember that. Is it the Ulteric Mountains? No, it's... yeah, this one, isn't it? The Hills branch. Probably, I think. Because it's... yeah, it's the Hills branch of Foothills, isn't it? We think you hunt for Tusk or something. And those two have ye olde drop rate far, far, far below what you would expect. Although some people are just fucking unlucky, to be fair. I've seen some person doing this same fucking quest or trying to do the same fucking quest for like a fucking hour or so. And he's just slaying bloody piggies. They're not feeling good about themselves, I can tell you that much. Where was I actually supposed to be going? Shit, I think I was actually first supposed to be going down there. I think there's some more quests that actually play up here in the oasis. I think. Roughly. Yeah, call leaders and center out races. Yeah. See, I knew I would not completely remember everything, so it's kind of why I wanted to have a question on. Hey, at least means I need to go through the troublesome thing of actually finding fucking add-ons for it, installing them, maybe not. I was also kind of thinking of using, you know, a bit more of a UI changing thing, but I'm actually not that unhappy with the classical WoW UI necessarily. And it's not ideal, but it gets the fucking job done pretty damn well, if you ask me. And that's really all I'm asking for. Still kind of want to take a look though. Display. Is that the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, that is the one I'm thinking of. Look at that, we now have numbers. We can actually see our health in a numerical value. Yay. So I'm not feeling better about myself now. I was looking for this bloody fucking options for eternity. I was almost considering, you know, declaring myself insane. Because I was pretty damn sure that that was a thing. Even during Classic. You could just display your health. Not just as a fucking bar.
Sug. For the Horde, Loktar.
Good to see I'm not just fucking insane. God damn it, game. How the fuck I managed to overlook that is amazing, but well, I mean, you know, shit happens. Ye old barons, ye old barons. Fungelspores. Indeed. Precisely what I'm looking for. I do like the look though. I mean, look at the high, tall grass and shit going on here. Isn't that nice? Doesn't it remind you of good times? I mean, maybe not if you went around back then, to be fair. Kinda hard. Keep in mind, for me at least, is how long ago Vanilla WoW actually was. Because Jesus fucking Christ, once you start thinking about it, you realize very quickly, like, yep, that ain't a little bit of time. It's like fucking almost 2 decades at this point, I think. That's a fucking amazingly high amount of time, I'd say. Look at that! It's a land mushroom. Now what are you gonna do, mushroom? Poison me? I'm fucking undead, I don't give a shit. Or you should be. Technically speaking, you're not actually breathing, so why the fuck would you give a shit about a poison mushroom, for example? What's it gonna do? Poison you? Aha. What's that gonna do? Kill me? Aha. I somewhat doubt that. Or you should. But of course you know. make a fair argument, it's not like the game would actually apply that precisely as is. Otherwise, undead would have a very, very, very large advantage, for example, against Rook are using poison, aren't they? Ruiz. Ruiz. Yes, found a nice name for them now. I shall stick with them for eternity. I think for the centaur things we need to collect some random loot item from them. Then we need to kill their leaders. Let me just quickly take a look at the fucking quests. Complete. Wrap the seas, forgotten pools. Explore the waters of forgotten pools. Okay. Shimi exploring. Yes. Thanks. That for once was easy. Oh yeah, centaur bracers. Fungus process completed. Protocol leaders. Bring Baruch set to this one. Okay, where the fuck is their leader? Look at that. Coordinates. Like, wow, technology. I'm pretty sure he's in one of the larger tents. I just don't fucking remember which one. Ouch. Little cunt. Who do you think you are? I'm gonna curse you to death and then I'm gonna swipe you with my sword. Because yes, I use a sword. But I haven't found a bloody one yet. But since there's quite actually not much going on the fucking servers at this point, at least not the ones I've looked at, I'm in a kind of interesting situation. It's like I can't even buy one from the auction house. Not that I would have the fucking money for that, mind you, but yeah, I kind of expected as much. Oops. Well, to be fair, standing in that fucking thing, even if I'm a bit off their levels by like 3 or so, probably wasn't a good idea. Yeah. You kind of forget, but vanilla ain't really the nicest thing. Also, you know, stuff like health regeneration and mana generation. Okay, works, but feel like a lot slower. And it did in more modern incantations. Never really bothered me much. I'm a slow player in a way anyway. To be fair. But well, yeah. I haven't really decided yet to bring the whole argument around. Make this an actual project of ours, as in it will get its own day and stuff, but what I imagine I will do is I'm gonna basically play this on and off a bit during my lunch breaks, so you know, doing a bit of leveling here, a bit of leveling there. And we'll do maybe, you know, a stream once a week, maybe once every second week or something, where it gives you basically, okay, yeah, where we are now, where we are headed, what we've done. You know, basic bitch stuff like that. I'm not going to show you the whole leveling process, because it's a massive amount of time wasted, basically. But you know, basically we're gonna go in and out so that we can enjoy some good old-fashioned nostalgia once or twice. And honestly, I don't think I have enough playtime, and you know, I'm a man of my word. I said to myself a long time ago, I will not give Blizzard a fucking cent any longer. So that's not going to happen now, is it? Now that I've gotten used to not having numbers there, having numbers there is actually confusing me. Interesting. How the mind works, isn't it? Oh, don't complain about that too much. Well, long story short, we're going to make the best out of this, basically. Nice. Is he here? I'm looking for someone specifically. Da 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 da, continuous fire.
Too far away. My mana is low.
I can still attack you in close quarters combat, my friend. And I can curse you with agony. That isn't going well. Kill myself! Ah! Almost died there. And there would be nobody to blame apart from myself. Which is the worst part of it all. Interesting enough, not many of them seem to actually have the fucking thing I'm looking for. Not many of them like to wear stylish braces, apparently. Showcased very nicely by the fact that we've killed like 6, 7, 8 of them and we got like what? Drop rates in classic. Brings a tear to your eye. In one way or another. Bit of a waste of a cast, that one. Usually that spell does a lot more damage if the enemies actually allow a certain amount of health, if memory serves. Maybe this will tell me. Yeah, it will if I actually find the right symbol, that is. He's up there, eh? I'm gonna murder you now, woman. You do not deserve this. Also, since this is actually classic again. Classic. Skulker Which means we, well, maybe potentially if actually enough people are still fucking around for that, because fuck me if I know. We might actually be able to do Scarlet Monastery again. That's probably the one dungeon I did the most, because, you know, it's suitably positioned, basically, for all your everyday needs you could ever want. God damn it, I'm out of mana again. I don't really want to go down there, because that seems like it's gonna attack me. Do that cheeky here, shall we? You're gonna die anyway, bitch. Stop doing that.
Not enough mana.
Not gonna get someone's help. Good times though. Sure, my little armor spell has not been reapplied. That's an oversight on my part. For some reason, suddenly I find the numbers to be somewhat more irritating than usually. Yeah, strange how that goes. Still not the right one. But it is. I was about to say. It's kinda getting annoyed, game. Also, let's keep a look around for any potential raptors out in the field. Of course. The enemy resists. I mean, I could use my Shadow Ball, bronze-wise, but meh, such a waste of mana and spells, honestly. Kinda don't want to go. The only bit that is a bit annoying is the fact that so many enemies around here. As in, Missentos themselves actually have rather interesting patrol patterns, which makes them somewhat annoying to deal with. You can easily find yourself suddenly getting attacked and back again. But, you know, you kind of want to avoid. Because most of these guns are actually yellow enemies again, which means they are in my level range, which does mean that they do have a good chance of doing damage. It's because of this fucking nonsense. I actually want to protect him, and that is why I want this so much of an improvement. I actually have to get close to them now. And let's be honest here, you kinda don't really want to waste all of your time walking over to them. But normally you don't. Any of random guns like this would just decide that, you know, close quarters sounds a lot better to me. Personally. I think some of those tents actually have chests and stuff in them. Ah, some. They do look that my enemy is actually running out of mana pretty much as fast as me. Centaur Bracious, give me more Centaur Bracious. But damn it, my imp has been killed. And now I'm in a little bit situation, aren't I? Yes, I fucking am. Oh, sometimes ready to retreat. He died heroically. No message. Still no message. That takes longer than I anticipated. Okay, let's hide those. We can only concentrate on those, shall we? So yeah, as I said, you know, I don't really know when I get message, but when it comes, I'll have to go relatively quickly, so I'll probably just log out wherever the fuck right about we are. And then I'll probably do some more learning on my own. I mean, I could make a recording of it, technically speaking. But setting that every single time, ain't there a pain, isn't it? It would then actually become the first series-like format, but that would make it exclusively YouTube, and I kinda don't like that necessarily. Difficult. On one hand, would be one hell of a fun journey, going like, yes, let's start at level 1 and leveling up all the way to Classic. It also means that we could play this one a lot, well, I could play this one a lot more freely. I guess I totally for YouTube. I don't know if I'm feeling too good about that. Honestly, I like the fact that all of my stuff is basically multi-platform. I do personally prefer, content-wise, live content myself, which is kind of why I like doing it. You know, it's kind of feels a lot more natural. There's no cutting, there's no editing, there's just good old-fashioned fucking nonsense. Like how it's supposed to be, you know? That's probably the bitch that got me the last time, isn't it? Yeah, that is the fucking bitch that got me last time. I'm gonna kill her fucking for revenge. I mean, it would be kinda cute. It's an idea, actually. Question is how you going to do this. I mean, if I show all, like what I usually do, which I find is the most honest approach.
I can't carry anymore.
Wow, inventory is already full. Jesus fucking Christ. Not expecting that. And my imp is already gone again. That imp really has no staying power. But then again, using a fucking Void Walker in Classic is a waste of your fucking resources, and it's putting it mildly. As in, really not worth your bloody time.
Inventory is full.
I kinda wanna avoid that one, honestly. Ah, yes, why not make it fucking difficult? Well, I'll admit it would be kinda cute. Question is how to display that though. Oh, that's a good question, I think. Questions.
That's still recharging.
Oops, I misclicked. Bit of a waste of a cast there, but meh. You take what you can get your little grubby hands on, I suppose.
I can't carry anymore.
What fucking damage? This is precisely what I wanted to avoid. This can't level 16. It's not doing wonders for me, let's just say. Okay, I need to get rid of that anyway. I really cannot forget just how much more than inventory management helps here. Makes things a lot easier. Because of the sheer amount of availability
I
of
need to get closer.
inventory enhancements.
I'm out of range.
As in, you know, Begus. Helps. I was about to say that's the stuff, isn't it? It looks like a fucking wand, but it's not. God fucking name a game. Yeah, I still have the Lila's ring, don't I? That's actually a quest from the other side. I very much like to point that out, in case you didn't know.
I can't carry anymore.
That's probably worth a bit more than some of the shit I have. At least maybe. Yeah. Like that broken banana, for example. That is not gonna be worth much. Let's try to find a few more Shenteos to murder. Sounds bad, doesn't it? I will have to go back and sell something anyway, because we are fresh out of fucking inventory space. And that is most definitely not good. You kinda wanna save up some fucking money along the way. Also, I did my fucking health terrain actually has, comparatively speaking, range. Can't do that by moving. I know, game. Look at that, we even leveled up. Sure, I'm gonna give you a fucking shadow bolt to the face. And I knew there was another one of you cunts right about here. I know, let me shoot a shadow bolt or two. Did you resist my shadow bolt? Not very kind of you. Oh, we have half the bracers now. Well, almost half the bracers, to be fair. Give me more life tab. Because now my life tab is actually giving me more. Have I fixed this? Shit. Originally speaking, you should actually get more mana now that you actually invest health. This is dampening my spirit a bit. Second speaking, your end goal should always be, with spells like this, to have a positive, net positive out in the end. Not just a net negative at the worst, or net neutral, which is what we're getting now. Not saying that the net neutral is necessarily bad, but I mean, if you can do better, why wouldn't you? That's the basic idea. So if the linen cloth is going to be turned into fucking bandages. Might not be so much of a thing nowadays, but basically first aid and stuff was pretty much an essential for most classes, I think. I mean, maybe the priest, but I never really played the priest to high levels, at least not in fucking vanilla, so I can't really speak for them, but generally speaking most classes wanted to take fucking first aid. Especially with stuff like warriors, because fuck you really had some fucking downtime as a warrior. But you kinda ideally wanted to fucking avoid.
Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
Oh, you will be able to carry some more. Blind Plus is a lot better than that fucking asshole-ish thing. Yeah, definitely need more range on that one. God damn it, he immediately hit me. That's bad timing wise. What can you say? Happens to the best of us. Okay, now we are above half of that.
That spell isn't ready yet. Too far away.
Was he really that far away though? Why are you lying to me, game? And the game's like, I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna keep my secrets. But yeah, well, basically the nice way to keep your fucking downtime. Very, 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 very little. Healing, then using your recovered health in order to fuck things up for everybody else. Look at that gun hiding in the fucking bushes. I'm gonna use fucking first aid. See? Yet I use first aid in order to keep down the downtime. Yes, technology. Very nice technology. So I don't really think that we actually have an option here to actually show the enemy's health in numerical values, or percentage values. Any value, basically. And interesting. But this was already a thing that... Maybe that... Yeah, that probably through... different sorts of add-ons and stuff that you could achieve that.
Inventory is full.
Healing all your health. That looks by definition a bit dangerous, doesn't it? Well, it worked out surprisingly well, actually. And I have to watch my back though, because there are still these patrolling cunts. My mana is low.
I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full.
Inventory is full. Oh, that's good. It's mail. Well, it's at least gonna fetch a nice price when I sell it. Only braces to have 10.
Not enough.
How late is it? It can only be a matter of minutes actually before I get at least the fucking message telling me, yo,
I can't carry.
get your racing gear. I think once we finish this quest and I still haven't heard anything, I'll probably end it there so we don't have to actually cut it. And I might have to think a bit more about that proper format. I mean, I could at least cut out some travel time if I make it as a fucking video, don't I? Because I do have to walk around a lot from A to B. I know, kinda obvious, but yeah, it's really amping up time. Oops. Actually, for once didn't want to use that. Very, very trigger happy, basically. He's calling for help. His friend arrived. He isn't gonna help him much, but he doesn't know that. Technically speaking, I'm just doing the fucking skinning in order to get some fucking skill levels out of it, so it's not like I'm necessarily after the materials per se. Which I won't take them, mind you. I'm not that well off. Be able to actually finish those quests relatively short-ishly. It does sound rather pleasant, doesn't it?
I can't carry anymore.
I can't carry anymore. Stop being such a bitch about it. Carry more. Well, to be fair, I mean, his backpack is kind of fucking full. To be fair, I'll give him that much. But once I'm willing to admit to the fact that, you know, maybe you really can't.
I don't have a target. Inventory is full.
Inventory is full. Yeah, the sheer amount of Kolga I've killed just to get this should probably have a lot of consequences for them. Purely genetically speaking. I mean, you usually need a certain amount, you know, to make sure that not any inbreeding is happening, but these kinds are dying like fucking flies. And this fight is days, my fucking imp is dead. Ah. Alright, actually, it's a good point to address. Why the fuck even using an imp at level fucking 16 when you have your fucking Void Walker? Well, make a very simple point. The Void Walker sucks. And he sucks royally in fucking vanilla. He barely is able to hold any mob, honestly. It's not really an ideal choice, to put it mildly. You kinda would like to probably completely skip him. Because he's really not gonna do well for you. The imp does a lot better comparatively speaking, because he at least does some reasonable, quote-unquote, amount of damage. A few other nice abilities. There's that. The best pet for leveling a realm return is actually the succubus that you get at level, let's say 20. Yeah, level 20, and level 30 you get the Pearl Hunter, I think. I wanna say yes. I wanna say that is how it is. Not entirely sure, but I'm relatively certain. Okay, there's the Storm Lady. So many more do we need to kill. I think we need 3 more bracers and 1 raptor head, so it's also getting fucking late. Kinda running out of patience here. Well, at the latest we're just going to pick up some things. And then I'll be on my merry way. I mean, at the very least, I'm not gonna need much more. Either way. Well, and there's my fucking goal. At least I don't need to fucking answer it. I already know what the fuck is going on. Okay. Finish up these guns. We play because we need to go. Sure, hello there, little Snowy.
I can't carry anymore.
See, you dropped by 2, just as I'm about to leave, because, well, just got my call, and now it's time to do some fucking work. Actually, I'm an idiot. I can't just use my fucking Hearthstone, can't I? I kind of forget that things existed. After a while. Yeah, a bit of an impromptu little stream we had here. Wasn't it? Wasn't really played, but since I was playing some... Oh, well, I'm gonna play some more anyway. I might as well just stream it, you know? Why not? Gonna make the best of that fucking playtime I've got. After all. It would be a waste otherwise. Yeah. In a moment I shall excuse myself. I shall bid you adieu. Have a good one and all of that while I run along and do some fucking work like a good person should. And let me take an educated look who has dropped by, surely not. Well, we have the little Teresa. Terry. Yeah, Terry it is. On the YouTube side. And we have the little Snowy also coming by at the very final hour. Very nice of him. Oh, sadly you have kinda caught the tail end here, so... Yeah, sorry for that, but I'll be back later on with the Chronos. In a few hours. Roboto, work it is. Work it is indeed. On the left side, we had the one visitor. That's actually a lie there too. First and foremost, a little strategy member coming by. Saying for a bit. And vanishing with the wind. And next we had the little William. It was like, it's 6 AM here, why the fuck are you streaming? Implied question there. Well, little William, because I can. That is the whole reason for doing it, isn't it? As for everybody else, need more lurking sites, who I can't easily name, do feel appreciated too. Hit yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed. And well, I do hope to see you all again next time, as in, well, in a roughly speaking manner, a few hours from here on out, because, well, and we'll be back and playing some games with the Chronos. We'll see how that works, shall we not? But then